Hello, everybody. It is the 18th of September, 2021. Saturday, gorgeous and sunny here in the DC area. So a lot of us have been recently experiencing a little bobblehead, like, and really feeling disoriented, lightheaded. You can feel something's happening, but you can't detect what's happening. And so much of that are the plates and the grids, and so much of what's happening in the planet that is not going to be to the physical naked eye, but your inner eyes, your inner ears, your feeling systems within this physical vessel all pick it up. But it's because we can't pinpoint it that it creates a little of this and then a little angst or frustration within ourselves of not understanding what's happening. And the whole key is you're not going to understand what's happening. There are a million trinkets, a million plus trinkets in this intricate way that this is all coming about. So what I'm being told is trust by staying in the conscious mind, in mindfulness, connecting automatically to the heart center. So your choices are now, do I consciously want to feed this and get nutsy? Or do I consciously want to know that both my feet are planted on this ground? I am where I am supposed to be at this time. Let me say that again. Both my feet are planted firmly on Mother Earth and on this ground. And I am exactly where I'm supposed to be at this time. And when you're told to make a move of any kind, left, right, front, center, whatever it may be, long distance, short distance, doesn't matter, they'll let you know. You'll know. You'll know. So Earth is shifting, and there are a lot of pathways of expressions of releasing pressure within Mother Earth. So when there's a buildup of anything, you've got to have vents. You got to have vents that allow it to whoosh and settle, whoosh and settle, whoosh and settle. Okay? That's just the breath of Mother Earth. That's the breath of all things. All things. Even mechanically, there has to be pressure relief valves in certain things, okay? So remember, they always say, do not get all caught up in the verbiage and the branding and the naming and getting into one narrow pathway in this linear time frame with this linear brain, because it's beyond the beyond comprehension, and no one is going to have one answer for you. It's a conglomerate of scientists. It's a conglomerate of mathematicians. It's a conglomerate of all things. So my point of just naming those two things was because those two things are like a degree, right? But there's not one degree that has all these answers in it. All right? So we have so much going on in the atmosphere, okay? All right. And we have to understand that even when we say atmosphere, we're still saying the word fear. So let's look at it as a environmental space. So no matter where in the stratus, you notice how I knocked off the last 5 letters. I think it's 5. Anyway, we're just going to call it the environmental space. Internally, externally, and externally. Okay? We're going to be okay. We just have to remain in this place and space, they're saying, and understand that if you can just be in that and still find the beauty in all of the everything, you'll get centered in your core calm. Okay? And at the end of the day, the stuff is what matters. How well you have this intact. How well you make choices with all of this is what's important. All that other stuff that you've collected and bought and saved for doesn't mean quite as much. Think about it. Just seeing if they have anything else they want me to bring up in this particular video. Be kind and loving to all the plants and trees in your immediate area. Please. And send them the love, the unconditional love you have for their support. And thank them for their unconditional love and support for you, them, and acknowledge them. Acknowledge all of them, even the littlest of the littlest, the littlest. You know, when I go to a spot to do some work, grid, way lines, ley lines, etc., I can do it from anywhere, but I have this particular spot I like to go to because it's like, it's a little sacred, so it's not stepped on, and there's no dog poop piles anywhere, so I can walk barefoot. So in that space, as soon as I tune in, the grass begins to breathe. And then there's all this twinkling going on. And then peripherally, you can see the plants and the trees. They just take on a whole different energy. And you can just feel it, and you're just in there just swaying with all of it in appreciation, because they're not just landscape. They have purpose and meaning, and provide many things. Ground cover does. So just take a minute to tune into those indoor plants and those outdoor plants, and just say, I love you. I love you. And thank you. And if it's not so nice weather out, just look out your window and just send that intention to everything that you see, especially the plants, the shrubs, the trees, the flowers. Just give them great thanks for this beautiful carbon dioxide oxygen exchange. because neither would live without the other, without us and them, because we do this life force exchange with each other. Give them thanks. Keep it simple. Get right here in appreciation. If you have an opportunity to buy a plant, put it at your house instead of it just sitting out there where people are just passing it by in the store. Give a plant to a friend. All right?